Hi Govind, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. According to a recent study, there has been a rise of 70% online cybercrime cases in India. And I have a cybercrime consultant with me who I think will be shining some light on this very important topic. So, Govind, amidst this lockdown period, what kind of crimes you have come across and what kind of crimes do you think were the most commonly observed in your case?
So there were a lot of cases that we received in the lockdown period, and to give you one, like the majority cases that we received, some of them were actual official complaints, and some of them were Instagram requests. The majority of the cases were crime happening on social media against the children.
Children. All right.
So yeah, that has been on the peak.
Yes, social media, as we all know and use very thoroughly every day, like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, etc. And we don't realize the disadvantages related to this. So, what do you think was the recent case study that you would like to share with our viewers that you can help them with?
So there's this one case study I would like to share is where a girl was getting targeted. So,
Playing
this is
cyber
a very,
bullying and blackmailing, for
yes,
example.
yes. But
Yes,
then
that's very
the modus here was really unique. Like no one can imagine such things happen. So basically, this girl was my younger sister's friend,
all right.
and my sister asked me to help her, and this victim actually sent me all the call recordings and screenshots.
All
And
right.
when I actually went through them, I discovered that this girl was getting multiple messages from different accounts on Instagram. And all these messages came within the time span of 1 hour.
All
All
right.
of them claimed one particular thing. And this claim is that some sort of video or some photograph which is nude is being leaked on some foreign portal.
All right.
And since there are multiple people claiming the same thing, this girl is scared.
Obviously.
Because somewhere, yeah, there's just not one person, and there are girls, there are boys, and all these profiles look very genuine.
Yes.
So one of those 10 people actually took to confidence of this girl, actually started having conversations with her and tried to gather as much as information possible. So
All
she was asking her questions, private questions. And just because this victim is feeling that the other person she's talking to is a girl, she was actually giving out all the information.
right.
And at the later stage, when the attacker felt that this girl, the victim, is in complete comfort zone, that's when she said that, I have a friend who's a hacker and he can help you delete all these videos from these portals. Till now, they have not even shared the link of those videos to this victim. What this girl is claiming, it is some foreign portal which cannot be accessed by Indian user.
All right.
Something like that. So basically, that is what happened. And then the attacker took her number. And just because the victim is scared, she actually shared her number. And within the span of 1 hour, she receives a call from international number, which is some US number. And the person who's talking to her is talking in Hindi.
All right.
And the person who's talking to her actually tries to make her feel comfortable in that whole conversation. And at the end, he would say something like this, that you need to share your photograph with me so that I actually do a reverse lookup on the web to
All
find
right.
out which are all the portals where your video has been uploaded, and then I'll delete it. So basically this...
Don't realize what steps they should necessarily take and who they
Absolutely.
should consult or who they should, like for example, quite, she was quite scared and she gave all the information to this attacker. So in this
Right,
case,
right.
being a cybercrime consultant, I would ask you that what are the appropriate measures or appropriate steps that the person or the victim should take in this case so that they don't get fell into the trap and they don't
Yep.
blackmail.
There's one thing that the victim needs to be very careful about. I always say this in my sessions: spot it early. So basically, whenever someone is approaching you with such a information, you got to be really sure that you got to ask them certain questions, which gives you the authenticity factor. You got to first verify if whatever claims they are making is actually a true claim or not. So this victim never asked them questions like, send me the link to the video, send me the screenshot at least.
Okay.
Just because she was scared, she didn't she didn't think of that particular aspect. And she was thinking that her video or her photograph has actually got leaked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and just because of that fear, she actually gave out all the information. So it's really important for victims or whoever is concerned. They should ask questions to such claimers that was the
What
link to
if,
the particular
uh,
page.
I'm so sorry, but I'm really curious to know, and I want my viewers also to get the entire information. What if in this case, for example, the person is legitimately holding such videos or photographs,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
person is known earlier by the same person, for
Right.
example, pretend to share their photos with someone very close and later realize
Mm-hmm.
that those people were not worthy of sharing those photographs. Then what to do in that case?
So that also has been on the peak these days.
Yeah.
Uh, so in such a scenario, you first got to understand one thing, that if I have your photographs and if I am blackmailing you, for some reasons, and I'm asking you, there are two things which I can ask you, some ransom or some sort of, deal. So basically, even if you comply to my ransom, even if you pay me the amount which I'm asking you, what is the guarantee that I'll delete those photos?
Absolutely.
If
100%.
there's any guarantee? There's no
No.
guarantee, right? So how can you even trust that person who's actually blackmailing you at the current
True.
stage will
True.
stop? He will not stop. So
True.
it's really, really important for you to report the same to the concerned police station. And yes, whenever it is happening against girls or women, you actually can contact a lady officer there and they'll guide you to the best.
In such
Our
cases,
police has,
people
yeah.
don't realize that they don't want to reveal their original information or their, identification.
Mhm.
Can they stay
Yeah,
anonymous during this task? Can they stay
yeah.
anonymous during this entire process?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, in such scenarios, what the victim can do is there is this portal by central government called cybercrime.gov.in. You
All
can
right.
actually put it in your description. So, on that portal, there are two options. When you go to complain, in the sections of crime against women and child, there are two options: report and track, and the second option is report anonymously.
All right.
So, when you say report and track, you're giving your number, you're giving all your details so that you can actually log in on their portal and check for the updates. In the second scenario, you won't be able to check for the updates, but yes, it reaches the concerned authorities and they'll take action on that. Since it
Since
is a
the,
crime, it is a very serious crime.
since the person who is an attacker, will either contact the victim through a WhatsApp message or basically a call recording. Will that
Right.
recording or that message screenshot will be considered a legitimate proof that the person is being blackmailed?
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. So it's really very important to record all those screenshots, to actually, keep a record of all these proofs that you get, because these things are the potential proofs that can be submitted to the police station, and then they can actually, in the later stage, use in the court to prove that crime against this culprit. So it's really important to gather all these things together and report it to the concerned authorities.
So this was the scenario wherein the person is being blackmailed. For example, what should a person or a victim do in the cases where the photos are already leaked or the photos or videos are already on the website or on the foreign portal? What should they do in such?
Yes. So in that scenario as well, like we are dealing with similar cases at the current state as well. In that scenario as well, there is an option. All these portals which are there, you can say a pornography site or whatever site it is, there is a grievance officer for that on that particular site, which the police can contact and take down that particular video.
All
Also,
right.
trace the person who uploaded it. So, if criminals are thinking that they're using some sort of VPN or proxies to, bypass this investigation process, they are actually being foolish. There is always a way to trace them, and the police is really efficient these days to actually do the thorough investigation and trace these people. So
But
not only the video will be deleted, but also the criminal will be caught
be
if they
trained.
are doing
Yes.
such things.
So, what if any of my viewers who has been a victim to this situation or is a potential victim to such a heinous crime, how should they contact the police station? They should either call it because they don't want in these cases that the parents might get to know about this, or
Right.
they want to report it to the family or not. That's their personal choice. But since you're a cybercrime consultant, like can they contact you directly, or where should they find the, because for example millions of people are there online and they claim themselves to be cybercrime consultants. Who should they
Right.
trust online? Who should they go for?
Yeah. So basically, telling that they can contact me would also not be a really efficient answer. I would say that they should actually, because Google has the answer to everything. So basically, even if you go and check, let's say I'm living in some sort of district of some state, it's very easy for me to check for the district's district police website. Every district has a website for their officers, and it's very easy for me to check the SP's name and his contact number, or some senior officer's name or contact number. In case the victim doesn't want her identity to be leaked anywhere, the person can actually look for some senior lady officer in that particular district and contact her directly. And I can assure you with one thing, that the police is really sensible. They help.
Yeah.
Also, it's always preferable to approach a lady officer in such case, because of course they look at the matter with a complete emotional state, and they understand the emotional state of the victim, of course. So they deal with it with complete efficiency, also maintaining the anonymity of the victim.
Yeah.
In case
So
there's anything,
Sure.
So in case
Please.
there's anything, the person is facing, or someone is bullying you or something like that, you can always reach out to me. I don't assure you that I'll be able to help you with 100% thing, because there are certain limitations to my level as well. Because when it is registered with the police station, then it becomes completely authorized for me also.
Yes.
When the police approaches me for help or something like that, then it becomes a complete authorized state. But then yes, you can always approach me for things like this, and I can always connect you with the right people in the department who can help you with this.
So is it necessary to go to the police station, or can it be done through phones or online?
It can be done online as well. That's what I told you, that there's this website called cybercrime.gov.in where the person can report it online. And in case you want to go physically to the police station, that's also a very good option, because in every police station, there are at least 2-3 lady officers.
Yeah, I agree. So during this lockdown period, I just want to assure my viewers that this video is not gender biased or to be directed towards women only. But I understand that during this lockdown period, cases against women and children have been increased substantially. And I just wanted to point out with this video that, it is not always that the victim has to feel traumatized, or the victim has to feel low, or the victim has to feel ashamed of being involved in such a crime, because it's not you who has to feel ashamed. It's the other person who is trying to blackmail you or trying to put you down. Just feel that people are out there like Govind and other cybercrime consultants and police officers who are ready to help you. You just need to take the appropriate measures. Don't fall into the trap. Don't fall to the victims, because that's what the blackmailer wants, right?
And your fear is the only thing that is leading or motivating the attacker to be more powerful when he's threatening you. The moment you just stop getting scared in that situation, they'll attack you no more. They'll actually try to threaten you no more, because they don't have any key. That is the only key which they're using to threaten you, your fear. So the moment you stop being scared, you are actually preventing the whole attack. They won't be able to threaten you anymore.
Absolutely. Thank you, Govind. Any last sage words of advice you want to give to my fellow viewers, women, men, and all the children out there who are a big stream of the social media world? What would you like to say them, being a social cyber crime consultant as you claim yourself to be?
So the message which I would want to give, there are different things I want to speak out, but then yes, to be specific with this particular area which we covered just now, don't feel scared when you're being attacked by such people, because there are a lot of people you'll discover, like I told you before as well, that there'll be some people who don't have your photograph, but then still claiming that they have something, and there'll be some who are actually having your photograph. But then do you understand one thing, that if I have your photograph and I'm blackmailing you, you know who has your photograph.
Absolutely.
You already know that.
You can always claim.
So I should get scared. I should get scared that the moment you go to the police station, I'm gone. I'm screwed, because you will be able to give my identity to the police officer. Also, if I'm creating some fake account to do the same thing, I can still be traced. So you don't have to be scared about that. The police has all the resources to trace such people. Just go and report it to the police officials, and the things will be done.
All right, guys. I hope my video was useful to you, and it might come handy to all those people who are or have ever fallen victim to this situation. And Please kindly follow Govind on Instagram. He's doing some great work. He has a website. Can you please share some details about your website also to my viewers?
So the website is of my firm, if that is what you're referring. And then
Yeah,
we recently started a portal where we are covering different things like different genres, because crime has been the area which I constantly research upon, not only cyber crimes, but then the conventional crimes as well. So
absolutely.
I have started writing on those crimes. I mean, whatever I come across in day-to-day life, and just the whole motive is that to aware people. At the same time, we are actually featuring a lot of influencers. Uh, Influencers would be a wrong tag. I would say change makers who are actually, stepping up and doing something good for the society. So we are giving them a platform and writing articles on them.
That's great. So I think that was pretty much it. I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, please give a huge thumbs up and a like button. Please, 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 please follow my channel and keep continuing following my work. And thank you so much, Govind, for coming here, giving me your time.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
All right, guys, please take care, be safe, and please don't be scared. There's nothing that you should be scared for.